Hey guys, Emily here, and I'm so excited. If you haven't heard yet, Patrick Rothfuss has officially read part of the prologue of book three from the Name of the Wind series. Oh my gosh, if you don't know, this is one of my favorite series, and if you aren't familiar with this series, we've been waiting for book three for like 10 years, and people are really mean to him. Like, really mean. They have been giving him the hardest time about finishing this book and stop playing video games and write this book. And I almost wanted to write him a letter that said, like, don't write this book. And people are being so mean. As much as I desperately want this book, and this is totally off topic, except not because I'm talking about Patrick Rothfuss. But, anyways, he wrote Name of the Wind, The Wise Men's Fear, The Slow Regard of Silent Things with Ori, one of my loves. And I have been waiting for this book, but also okay if it doesn't come out because of how hard I know a lot of his fans have been. And I put fans like this because why are you so entitled to an author's next work? I don't know. But, anyways, yesterday he officially read part of the prologue, and I paused it right before he started the first word because I got goosebumps immediately and I wanted to live react with you or blind react. I've never done a reaction video though, so I don't necessarily know how to do this, but I'm going to watch it and react with you guys. I'll link the original video in the description box. Okay, here we go. This is one of my favorite series ever.
It was still night in the middle of Noir. The Waystone Inn lay in silence, and it was a silence of three parts.
A
The most
silence of three
obvious
parts.
part was a vast, echoing quiet made by things that were lacking. If the horizon had shown the slightest kiss of blue, the town would be stirring. There would be the crackle of kindling, the gentle murmur of water simmering for porridge or tea. The slow, dewy hush of folk walking through the grass would have brushed the silence off the front steps of houses with the indifferent briskness of an old birch broom. If Noir had been large enough to warrant watchmen, they would have trudged and grumbled the silence away like an unwelcome stranger. If there had been music, but no, of course there was no music. In fact, there were none of these things, and so the silence remained. In the basement of the Waystone, there was the smell of coal smoke and seared iron. Everywhere was the evidence of hurried work, tools scattered, bottles left in disarray, a spill of acid hissed quietly to itself, having slopped over the edge of a wide stone bowl. Nearby, the bricks of a tiny forge made small, sweet, pinging noises as they cooled. These tiny, forgotten noises added a furtive silence to the larger, echoing one. They bound it together like tiny stitches of bright brass thread. The low, drumming counterpoint a tabor beats behind a song. The third silence was not an easy thing to notice. If you listened long enough, you might begin to feel it in the chill copper of the Waystone's locks, turned tight to keep the night at bay. It lurked in the thick timbers of the door and nestled deep in the building's gray foundation stones. And it was in the hands of the man who had designed the inn as he slowly undressed himself beside a bare and narrow bed. The man had true red hair, red as flame. His eyes were dark and weary, and he moved with the slow care of a man who is badly hurt, or tired, or old beyond his years. The Waystone was his, just as the third silence was his. This was appropriate, as it was the greatest silence of the three, holding the others inside itself. It was deep and wide as autumn's ending. It was heavy as a great river's smooth stone. It was the patient cut flower sound of a man who is waiting to die.
Thank you, Pat. It is not half bad. No. Oh, he's so hard on himself. Oh, it's perfect. It is absolutely perfect. It just instantly portal back to that world, back to the Waystone. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm so excited. I don't care if it takes another 10 years to come out. His writing is so beautiful. His voice is so great for reading. I have no idea if he reads the audiobooks. I've always read physical copies, but holy moly. Any other fans getting goosebumps listening to this? Like, I am so excited. So, in 2022, I think I will reread the first two and The Slow Regard of Silent Things. But it just brought me instantly back. And the three types of silence, and oh my goodness, oh my goodness. We have the first page. That is so exciting. Okay, that's it for today. Thanks for hanging out, sending you guys lots of good energy, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.